You've confessed yourself to witchcraft, and that speaks a wish to come to heaven's side, your God's instrument put in our hands to discover the devil's agents among us. Ross, you little fuck. Give up your friends and we might let you go.
Hale is giving the tuba a chance to redeem herself by blaming others. In the McCarthy era, people could get off the hot seat by giving up names of other people. The suspected communist was grilled about his or her political beliefs and activities, and then asked to provide the names of other people who had taken part in allegedly subversive activities. They questioned people until they gave up others, and those people gave up others. The people of Salem gave up others in order to save themselves.
You were not hanged. He would not answer yea or nay to his indictment.
Giles, are you a witch? Fuck you. Are you a communist?
Giles Corey was killed trying to get a confession. He didn't give any responses, so they punished him for it. He is like the Hollywood 10 in that he gives no confession or denial. Most individuals either sought leniency by cooperating with investigators or cited their Fifth Amendment rights against self-incrimination. The 10 people who refused to confess to HUAC using the Fifth Amendment, they were blacklisted and received punishments.
Hey, it is a proper court they have. They sent 4 judges out of Boston, she says. Weighty magistrates of the general court, and at the head sits the deputy governor of the province.
Are you loyal or are you a communist?
Elizabeth explains why Mary Warren isn't home and why she left, even though Elizabeth prohibited her. Mary Warren was at court. John Proctor couldn't believe. He thought the town had to be mad to believe that such foolery, that Salem was actually being overtook by witches. This happened in the Red Scare as well. Government employees were analyzed to determine whether they were sufficiently loyal to the government. And the House Un-American Activities Committee, as well as U.S. Senator Joseph R. McCarthy, investigated allegations of subversive elements in the government and the Hollywood film industry, simply based on suspicion or being named by others.
Do you know who I am? You will hang if you don't open with me. Go. You're a communist, and you're a communist, and you're a communist.
Stands for using his name as a judge to convince Mary to tell him the truth. She breaks and gives in front of pressure. He uses intimidation to get the desired result. American people watched as McCarthy intimidated witnesses and offered evasive responses when questioned. McCarthy believes that he can do whatever because previously he has. When he went for the army, he overstepped and hit too close to the actual Americans.
I knew it. Goody Osborne was midwife to me 3 times. I begged T. Thomas. Did I not? I begged him not to call Osborne because I feared her. My baby's always shriveled in her hands.
Go. You're a communist. Where's your proof? I guess you are.
As you see, people in Salem are jumping to conclusions quickly. Miss Putnam originally feared Goody Osborne and didn't like her as her midwife. Because of this, she quickly and immediately believed Goody Osborne was indeed a witch. When Tituba stated her, she saw her with the devil. This also happened with cases of McCarthyism. People quickly were convinced that some were communists, even though there was no evidence. An article states, in fact, McCarthy never produced any solid evidence that there was even one communist in the State Department.
I saw Goody Sparrow with the devil. I saw a sparrow with the devil.
See, I got a list about 200 names of alleged communists in this here State Department.
Okay, in this final scene, scene of acts when the girls finally give some details. At first, Tituba gives names to the curious Hale, Goody Osborne, and Goody Good. It is most likely that she just named these, because Tituba knows Putnam was suspicious of them. Abigail sees that the group will try to help Tituba get out, so she starts calling out names. Finally, Betty makes and begins screaming more names of the alleged witches that were with the devil. Then the narrator writes that their cries of names continues. Something similar occurred with John McCarthy. On February 9, 1950, he read a speech stating that there were communists in the State Department. According to an article, he claims that he has a list of the names of over 200 members of the Department of State that were known communists.
I'm so happy, oh, lucky me. I just go my way, living every day. I don't want